This better not awaken something in me. Lunara is a dirty little rat hero who plays extraordinarily well against people who can't aim. Her kit is great on paper, a poke assassin with an easy-to-apply damage over time and a unique movement style that gives her a higher-than-average move speed. She's untouchable, she's oppressive, she cannot be stopped. Until you run into someone who isn't afraid of a little poison, playing Lunara you need to be incredibly confident in your micro skills to be effective. She stands so close to the fight for being a poke hero, and while she doesn't have the lowest health pool in the game, it's still very small and her damage, while consistent, simply does not have the burst to scare off competent opponents. Lunara is best when she is being ignored or the enemy is running away, like every other assassin. Having a hero whose game plan involves people not fighting back is problems. And good luck being useful if the enemy healer is even half paying attention. Where other heroes with similar playstyles have tricks like life drain or being fat, Lunara relies entirely on her jumpy movement style to stay alive. And speaking of jumpy, you know how deer are afraid of everything? That's the mindset you need to have when playing Lunara. If you're not 100% sure you know exactly why that bush just moved, don't engage. Reason being, she's so micro-intensive that when you get into a fight, it's easy to tunnel really hard, and it doesn't take much to send this hero back to spawn. Dare's good shooting. You get caught, you're dead. You slip up, you're dead. You try to trade damage, you're dead. Lunara's learning curve is 90 degrees, and you need to move mountains to make plays other DPS can do more easily. Better to think of her as an assistant to the assassin, rather than the real killer. Nature's Toxin is a passive poison applied by every damaging ability and auto attack. It lasts for 3 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. For those in the know, that's a total of 9 seconds at max stacks. Seeing that discolored portion of the health bar get bigger and bigger with every poke can make people panic and run, which is what you're hoping for, since you're faster on foot and can slow people down, giving you the chance to get in more free damage. Now's as good a time as any to talk about her movement style. It's pretty neat. Lunara hops across the map in leaping bounds. This makes it easy to dodge skill shots as the initial burst of speed is nearly double unmounted move speed, more than enough to scoot that tiny hitbox out of danger. The movement speed decays rapidly down to nearly nothing, from double speed to half speed. If you're wondering why people keep hitting you when you're so twitchy, it's because they're waiting and aiming for that tiny moment where you're barely moving. This is also why you die if you jump around too much in shooters. Also, have you ever seen a Lunara move like this? Here's what's happening. Lunara's movement cycle takes place over 10 in-game ticks. It looks like this. Note that the last 4 ticks have between 0 bonus move speed and halved move speed. This is where she's most vulnerable. However, if you issue a stop command here, Lunara's movement resets, so with practice, you can maintain a higher than intended move speed. Keep that little trick in your pocket. Hopefully the janitor doesn't watch my videos. Noxious Blossom is a small AoE spell that explodes after a short delay and applies Lunara's poison. That's the whole spell. Use the poison spell to apply poison. Wow. Crippling Spores adds 3 seconds to the timer of applied poisons and slows the target with a decaying 40% snare over 3 seconds. Ranged slows are by far the easiest way to start causing trouble, and while this ability is only usable when a target is already poisoned, it's more than enough to trip up an engagement, secure a kill, or peel a pursuer. Something else to keep in mind is this ability cannot increase the poison's duration past the 3-stack 9-second cap. So wait a bit before pushing W to maximize how annoying you are. Ah, the Wisp. I love this thing. This spell single-handedly keeps Lunara from being a complete troll pick. Never ever ever face check a bush ever again. Wisp is one of the best scouting tools in the game, and while the 30-second cooldown might seem high, it starts the second the ability is cast, and it's pretty easy to keep Buddy alive for most of its 45-second lifespan. Hiding it in a bush will also increase its vision radius after a couple of seconds. Vision is incredibly powerful, because the less you need to say to your team, the faster they can act, and you don't have to prove you're right if you can straight up show them where the bad guys are. But Fox, this is a beginner's guide. I'm new. I have no idea where to put my Wisp to get value. First of all, anywhere is better than nowhere. Second of all, you know where to put the Wisp. What's this? If you can't think of anywhere better for it to be, just put it on a camp. Yours or theirs, it doesn't matter. Get used to using the Wisp and just get it out there. Even if you don't spot anyone, knowing where the enemy isn't narrows down where they could be. Put it in a busy intersection, or in an important rotation path, or somewhere behind the enemy walls. But won't the wisp be shot on sight? Yeah, so it's a free spell, it costs no mana. You'll still see who did it, and you'll know where they are. There's no reason not to abuse this ability. You're a frail, shrimpy little deer girl, and if you face check a bush and die, you kinda deserve it. Thornwood Vine is a long-range piercing skill shot that gives Lunara another safe way to apply her poison. Fantastic choice if you need more poke or area damage, and best taken if you're sure the enemy can't jump you or you have no need for a hasty escape, doubling down on the enemy's inability to catch you. For every other situation, there's Leaping Strike, providing a massive, unstoppable leap over an enemy with a dirty mean 80% slow and a decent amount of damage. It comes with 2 charges, so you can hippity-hop in and out of danger, or over the enemy team to get on top of or behind their healers. While this ability grants you Unstoppable, it's not a cleanse, so if you're already rooted, kiss your ass goodbye. Still, this ultimate is infamously irritating as the large, unstoppable leap makes Lunara incredibly hard to punish. Lunara is a hero that's fun to play and difficult to master. She can't take a punch, she can't hold a lane, she can poke, scout, and dodge, but beyond the wisp and her movement style, there's nothing that Lunara can do that another assassin can't do better. She is a lot scarier in no healer games where her sticky damage gets more value, but against a conventional team, all you and the enemy healer will be doing is making your endgame numbers look great. Lunara simply does not have the burst to threaten enemy heroes. At best, she lowers the enemy team's average health so her friends can clean up on the damage. This, combined with her low health pool, can prevent Lunara from making game-saving plays or pulling off combos that other heroes can do just as well. Bambi's kind of a win-more hero, great for chasing down fleeing enemies, oppressive in victory, and useless in defeat. Which sucks because although making this video nearly broke me, she was still a lot of fun to play. But when it comes to where she fits in a team, the perfect comp for Lunara would be one that doesn't need her. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe. A lot of people have asked me to do longer form, deeper dives into heroes, and while that's something I want to do, the short videos get me subs, and the subs get me ad revenue. Until I hit my targets, this is what I gotta do to stay alive. If you'd like to support the channel and speed things along, becoming a member on my Patreon goes a lot farther than becoming a channel member on YouTube, although I won't say no to either. As a bonus, there's no ads on Patreon, so everybody wins. Thanks again, see you next time.